me seems like it's the kind of track that you definitely have to have your elbows up.
Yeah, Kokomo Speedway is it's a high-speed, high horsepower, high maintenance kind of track.
It seems to be a great track for the young guys, for the cowboys of the sport. There's youth out there and enthusiasm, but it's really hard to beat 25 years of sitting in the seat, 2 and 3 nights a week. We might be able to beat them with just sheer momentum right now and Dave's attitude.
I'm hanging my life out every night.
It's such a tough deal. 3 nights in a row, 2 nights off, and then 4 in a row. It just gets very grueling.
Kokomo Speedway is one of 7 host tracks for Indiana Sprint Week, a mini-series that runs 7 races over a 9-day span as part of the USAC National Championship. After 24 years, the Indiana Sprint Week crown is among the most coveted titles in the sport, and Dave Darland has 3 of them.
I just remember growing up racing as a kid. My dad was always a race fan. He never did race anything himself, never owned a car except for me. My dad worked in a factory, and he was the only worker in the family for all of our lives. I had 3 sisters and me and my mom and dad. So we didn't have a whole lot of money, and we pieced together a sprint car for a year or 2. And so when I was 16 years old, and at the end of 1983, we ran a couple of sprint car races later that year, and that's kind of how I remember getting into it.
My name is Danny Roberts. I'm the owner of car 21S along with Daryl Tate. Dave just brings a wealth of driving experience to the team, you just can't hardly replace that. I mean, there's youth out there and enthusiasm, but it's really hard to beat 25 years of sitting in the seat, 2 and 3 nights a week. He's a very likable guy. The fans love him. We're real tickled to have him as a driver. We just about got together a few years ago, and that didn't work out for us. But here we are today, and we just seem to be getting better and better.
That's a good number.
Well, you had a good one yesterday, so...
Yeah, what was it yesterday?
I don't know. Isn't it a little higher, I think?
No, it was 18.
Was it really?
Yeah, 2 days in a row.
Get out! Oh, does that mean you're going to win 2 days in a row?
It looks like it.
All right.
What I draw last night, Dan. That's what I got again.
That's good.
two nights in a row, got the 18
Lucky number, maybe.
Must be.
We're going to wheel pack it. They're just going to wheel pack and come back in, or?
Yep.
Wheel pack, come back in.
Yep. Or the second row.
Yeah.
So,
go out 12th again to qualify.
Yep. I've won the Indiana Sprint Week like 3 times and been in contention a lot other times, and it just brings out a lot of talent. There's, like last night at Gas City, I think there was 48, 49 cars, and a lot of them that were capable of being able to win the race last night or any particular night. So it is very competitive.
40 teams showed up for the Kokomo race, but only 25 would make the A main. The rest would realize just how difficult Indiana Sprint Week really is.
It is definitely the highlight of the season, probably, because it's so many races in a row, and there's so many different tracks. Nobody really has any great advantage over you because it takes the guys out of their local element. It evens out the playing field a little bit, and it's just extremely hard to be consistent enough to win this. It's quite an honor. There's a lot more water on the bottom of the track than there is on the top. I think the top is going to go away fast. That's what I think. Greasy, greasy, greasy.
Yeah, just real greasy. You just can't really drive the track yet. Well, what do you find out there?
Just greasy. Still real greasy, the track. It's going to be slimy for a while till they get it blowed off a little bit. So, I don't know. I'd say, we got 2 more sessions of hot laps. Then we'll go out 12. It still may be a little greasy for us qualifying. So I'm not so sure, our number's really the best number to have. Maybe if it was a 30 or something, it might be a little better. But You never know. You never know how fast it'll blow off. Just a guessing game. I'd say the biggest challenge for our team is just the preparation that goes into it, getting two cars ready to the best of our ability to make sure that we can run every night, or if we tear a car up, we'll have something that we can bring out and be competitive with the next night. It's hard for us to do that on our budget to have two extremely competitive cars. You can't give up anything anywhere. You can't give up tires. You got to have the best motors. You got to have good motors. You've got to have the best of everything to even think about making a show.
Out of Lincoln, Indiana, driving the first full race. Who's your line 21 exit for People's Champ, Dave Darland. 13037, 13037 for Dave Darland.
But staying there would be a challenge. Dave was the 12th car to qualify, meaning that another 28 teams were yet to post times, every one of them taking aim at Dave Darland.
Just have to see if it'll hold up, see if the time will hold up.
What time do you guys run? Where do you sit right now?
We're top.
At a?
I think it's 12.9, right around 12.9. You heading up, Dave?
Yeah.
Okay.
Want to go watch and see what's going on. So.
See what develops.
Will be quick time?
We were. Yeah, I think we still are.
At this point, Dave could do nothing but stand in turn 2, watch the rest of qualifying, and hope that his time held up. It didn't.
Quick time. Quick time. You're second. We end up fourth?
Yeah.
Good. Good. Good time.
But we qualified quick time when I went, and a couple of guys that really run good here, had a couple of good runs later, and I ended up qualifying fourth quick, which is still a great spot. We just got to transfer out of our heat race now to make the invert and the feature. So a couple of cars just out qualified us, and we've got a good fast race car here tonight with Bruce Lear's here, our sponsors here to support us tonight. He wasn't there last night; he missed a good show, but he's here tonight, and we're all fired up about another good run here at Kokomo.
All we need is fourth. We've already moved up a spot from fourth to third in the starting lineup.
Who did?
We did, because Hunter didn't make it. Hunter pulled off. Hunter out-qualified us, so that moves him back, moves us up.
For most teams, the equation for heat races is pretty simple. Finish in the top 4 and you accomplish every racer's primary goal every night. You make the show. You're in the A main.
To make that final transfer spot, and they come together. Kevin Thomas Jr. nowhere to go. Things are getting real hot out there for that fourth and final transfer. Chris Wyndham, defending here at Kokomo Speedway right now, has that fourth and final transfer of the Bear out of Canton, Illinois.
The accident forced Darland to restart at the rear of the pack, where he immediately began hunting down the drivers he felt were responsible for putting him there. The Indiana Sprint Week heat race at Kokomo produced contact with the cars of Gary Rook and Chris Windham. As a result, three-time champion Dave Darland missed a transfer spot to the A-Main, and he was not happy about it.
Where's Windham at? Little
Why does Wyndham do that?
He's just an aggressive, just a kid, just aggressive kid. Drives faster than he knows how.
Didn't tear anything up, did we?
Nah. Ain't worth fixing. Where you start, you know?
Third, inside second row.
Okay.
So, now we'll start though ninth in the A.
Yeah. That's okay. We can do that.
Even an hour later, after sunset, Darland was still less than pleased when asked to recall the heat race contact with Chris Windham.
Just Wyndham slid in there, and it was just racing. I had the last transfer spot. He wanted it, and we have both just fast race cars, and we all have to transfer out of your heat to make the invert. So we was just going for it. We just got to sort in the stick. Now I got into the 42 car, and I got under him, and he just kind of appeared to me just to turn to just bring it down into the side, and then that took me off. So I stopped the car there and regrouped and got started on the tail again, and then I gave him another slider right there at the end of the race where he came up and hit me in the rear bumper, and then took me off again. So I went after him a couple times, but it didn't hurt anything. No damage to the car, and everything's fine.
Hey, Darryl. Dave just says he's wanting to run the car the way it is for the B-Main.
Yeah, it ain't no damn man truck.
Okay. Go ahead. Yeah, we're gonna run it. Just wipe her off best you can, I guess. We'll be okay. We'll get through this B-Main. Problem is, instead of starting third, we're gonna be back about ninth.
Well, I've seen him do that before.
Oh yeah. We'll be tough. I think we'll be fine. I mean, we're going to get through this just fine. Problem is, we're going to be starting ninth. I know. It's all right. So we'll be okay. We'll deal with that. We'll deal with that when the time comes to deal with it. After we get through this one.
Man, they are fast out there tonight.
Oh, yeah. We're right there, though.
The B-Main is called the last chance race for a reason. Teams know that unless they qualify directly into the A-Main, claiming one of the top 6 transfer positions in the B-Main is the only thing that separates them from missing the show entirely. For most, this is truly their last opportunity to earn a spot in the main event, and the paycheck that goes with it.
10 laps, 4 cars moving on. Buckle up tight, because it's about to get rowdy here at Kokomo. here in the G1. Fourth, the Shea Carmel.
Dave Darland's team would not get a good starting spot in the main event. They'd already made contact with 3 other cars. They would start back in 9th position at an unfamiliar racetrack. But they did make it. The People's Champ was in the A main, while 15 other race teams went home.
Since it's so wide, you never run a groove long enough to wear it out.
Never wear the groove out.
Except for the top.
So if they don't underwater it, it'll stay better. It'll stay all right.
Yeah, they need to not water it so much, and they need to move the tires out another 10 feet.
Yeah.
Be early in the night, and if they need to, move them down for later in the night. But
sure.
Right now, the track's just so wide that it just can't wear it out because there just ain't enough. There's too much space.
All righty, I'm gonna get busy.
Talk about a great drive in the B main. That was a really nice drive, but I mean, you didn't really change the car substantially, did you?
No, the car's good, and the racetrack ain't changing, so I don't want to mess with it.
Okay. Now, when you get to the A main, I would think you do this for a living, so all this stuff that happened in the heat race has got to go out the back window because you got a paycheck to make. Am I right?
Yeah. What happened? Oh, I forgot.
What do you think, Danny?
Well, we got come from 9th. I think it's going to be tough, but yeah, but he's done it before, you know. Damn thing went flag to flag last night.
You seen that? It was over.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize that it was over.
6 minutes.
Is that what it was?
6 minutes.
A standing room only crowd of nearly 4,000 showed up to watch Darland win the previous night's race at Gas City Speedway. Sellout crowds were anticipated at nearly every Indiana Sprint Week event, so it was no surprise that both of Kokomo's grandstands were filled to capacity, and this was the race they came to see.
Fast son of a gun, wasn't it?
Yeah. This racetrack is
I think he ended up around 7th. I think. I'm not sure.
Schoenberg was on top, you say?
Yeah, Schoenberg won it. Yeah, he was on top in 1 and 2 and going down where you were running through 3 and 4, you know. I guess it was fast, quicker down there. There must have been some moisture.
Sucks.
Well, like I said, we get them. They've had their 2 nights at their tracks now. Take them down to where we race. See how that works out. Get them out of their element a little bit. That's a good job, Dave.